I think owning a business, like you have a lot of days where you're like, is it worth it? Like you have a lot of hard days, but you just got to go to sleep and wake up the next day and start fresh. And, you're controlling your own destiny, which I think is like the most amazing thing that you can do in your life.
Your destiny.
Oh my God.
I love it. Yes.
Right?
I love it.
Welcome to the Know Your Worth show, where we teach you how to think about your money differently so that you can achieve your sexy money goals. I'm Sydney, your money maven and owner of Know Your Worth.
And I'm Kristen, Sid's dime piece bestie, team member, and busy mama twins, here to make sure that those of us without a financial degree can still level up with each episode. Let's get started on reaching your next goal.
Hello, welcome to the Know Your Worth podcast. I am one of your hosts, Sydney Conway.
And I'm your other host, Kristen Fideli.
And we're really excited to have Raquel Mancini and Anika Tanase here with us tonight. Yes, so Kristen's going to let us know who they are, and we're going to get to hear their story.
Yeah, so these two beautiful sisters are the co-owners of Glam to Go, a mobile hair and makeup company, and Glam to Go Studio, a full-service hair salon located in Wexford, PA. So if you're around the area, you really need to check them out.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They have done our hair and makeup for some fancy events that we've gone to, and the pictures turned out wonderful. So actually, my sister and I were just talking today about booking you guys for an event we have coming up. So
yeah, please.
Let us know the date.
Yeah. And my mom wants to do a makeup class. Are you guys still doing makeup classes too?
Oh, can I come?
Yeah, once a month I do makeup classes. I do them personally too, just for families. So anytime you let me know.
Awesome. Yay.
What about the Know Your Worth photo shoot in August? Can we get glammed up for that?
Sure. That would be so fun. That would be so fun. Actually, what day is that again?
August 20th. I'll email you guys.
Yeah.
Kristen can send you an email. So we're just going to jump right into it. Will you guys tell us a little bit about your background, kind of just what your, story is before we really get into some of, the hard-hitting questions that we have? Give us a little bit, a little bit of background about yourselves and how you kind of got to this point.
Sure. So Glam to Go, our mobile company, we started first. I'm a hairstylist by trade and Raquel is a makeup artist. I just started doing my girlfriend's hair for their weddings. And people in the bridal party were engaged and asking if, I could come and do their wedding, which I worked at a salon full time. And I was just doing this kind of on the weekends as favors, but also getting paid for it. And it kind of just trickled from there. I started booking more weddings and more weddings.
And I did hair with her, and I am not a hairstylist, but we both grew up in a hair salon. I was like, the shampoo girls. And so I was helping Anika.
Yeah. So
back then
I needed help, and I was like, Raquel, you can work a curling iron. Make it till you're coming with me. I need help. 2 people turned into 12 people, and I just needed the help. So Raquel would come along and help me. And then we kind of saw a need for makeup with hair. And Raquel went and got her esthetician license. And
after college.
I said, you got to do makeup and you have to come on board. And, I think this could be a whole traveling team of hair and makeup artists that not a lot of people were doing in Pittsburgh at the time. So that's how, our mobile hair and makeup business kind of started. Just filling a need of our girlfriends and their friends from high school and networking, really.
Yeah. What year was that?
That was what, 2014,
15.
Wow.
That's and then I didn't we didn't really start until 2016 as started the LLC. We'll just say that in 2016.
Love it. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
It was Anika's company. And then we talked about it, and I was working more with her, and we decided to go and split and be co-owners. And I was brought on as an owner and took, the jump of the business end and then just to keep growing. I mean, in the beginning, it was we're the best. It'll just be us two, until we die going to these homes. And to look at it now, and we have 25 people and growing.
Wow. It's awesome.
Back then, we didn't think that. We had one other person, and we were like, oh, I don't know. They're not going to want her. Now they don't want us. They want everybody else, which is the goal. And it's so exciting to what we grew to. Anika has 2 kids now, the change in both of our lives, and then Glam to Go as well. And now we have a whole full service hair salon. It's really been amazing. And it's just been a crazy 10 years now together.
The growth of it, and is to look back on it, is amazing.
It's amazing. It really is. I mean, you guys, I hope you're proud of yourselves because it's incredible. And we haven't said this, I guess, so far yet, or really labeled it, but we at Know Your Worth, we work with Glam to Go as the bookkeeper for Glam to Go and Glam to Go Studio. So in working with you guys for just the past couple of years, it's incredible to see what you guys are doing. And your business is fantastic. And it's such a pleasure to work with you both. So it is really fun to see just in the past, like 2.5, 3 years, what you guys have done. So, I mean, from 2014, 2015 till now, it's amazing.
Thanks. You are so helpful. I'm glad to hear you like to work with us because I'll just get those emails. I don't know if anyone else has them that works with them. They're like, hello, you have some questions. And I'm like, I better get these back to her before she kills me.
Those Sunday ones are an auto reminder, so you're good.
Oh, I really think it's you, like, hello.
Let's go.
But speaking on that, the growth that we've had has been, kudos to you, Sydney, for just crunching our numbers and giving us a better understanding of our business. So we don't feel like we're taking, that big of a financial risk on the things that we want to do. So it's been a total game changer having you for the last 3 years where, we just moved into a beautiful brand new studio. We've been there for a year and not knowing our numbers and having a grasp of our financials, we would have been very hesitant to take this on.
We wouldn't have.
No. So we were like, Sydney, can we do it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I love it. That is awesome. Well, I'm happy to be of any assistance that I can be, but you guys are doing an amazing job. And the studio is beautiful. Beautiful. Gosh, it's fantastic. Everyone has to go check it out.
Yes. Please come visit.
Right off the Wexford exit. Brand new building.
That's awesome. So when you started out, do you think you had like a full grasp of understanding of financials? Like, were you business minded in that way? Or were you just like, I want to make some money. I want to do what I love. I want to help out some girlfriends. Like, what was your headspace like?
It started with, for sure, was just like make some money and emotional. And then honestly, and we talked about it a little bit, is that getting the systems and the correct scheduling systems and the platforms for booking and for contracts and being more business savvy has been a game changer for us. It's just made everything more seamless and easier for clients.
Professional.
Therefore, it's easier for us. We can book easily because they can do it easily. Like click a button, sign a contract here, done. So that was key into understanding that you can't just email me and I'll be like, okay, how many people do you have? And let me write it down. And then I'll send you an email back. I mean, that's what we were doing. We were like writing emails or attachments.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I found an old notebook. It was in my garage and it's literally like Brittany, Sam, not our workers. Those are our workers' names, but it's like who we did. And then it was like the money, like $100, and like $500. I was like, what the heck was this?
Yeah, frame that. That's
so funny because that's how we were like keeping track. And Anika and I would sit down at the end of the month and be like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, here's your money.
Yeah.
Good job.
So yeah, in the beginning, we were not business savvy at all. And we had to learn along the way. Like, I'm guessing a lot of business people, you just learn and Google and research and ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
And, we went to a ton of networking groups and other female business owners. Like, thank God for them being honest and open and telling us things because that's how we learned. And if we didn't know it, we asked somebody, looked it up, or we just like faked it. Like we thought we knew what we were doing.
You guys put the work in. Yeah. You put the work in.
The wedding industry, not just the female business owners of like Pittsburgh area. Like obviously, you guys know that like it's such a great community, but on the other side, the wedding industry as a whole, getting in was hard. but it's so paid off that we are in and we're good with, we have so many great relationships with photographers, planners, videographers, florists, DJs, you name it. We try to be professional, nice, accommodating to them. And that has paid off. I can't tell you, just by answering an email correctly with a planner versus not answering. And I don't know, I guess it just
Seems small.
it seems small, but it makes such a difference. And if you're listening and you're trying to sort of your own business, like those little things matter. Those answering that email properly matters. It does. And that's what people remember. Or if you know, remember that maybe they had a baby or just got married, all those things. It's like, okay, now I'm going to remember Sydney. Like, I like her.
Absolutely.
You
It's
know,
the personal touches. Yeah.
personal touches really make a difference. And when we see everybody on site, then it's like we're friends, and then they're going to recommend us. We recommend them. It just works. Yeah, very
I
nice.
think that we truly, as a whole, all 25 of us, we really do care about our client, and we want them to have the most incredible day. And we're there on their one of the most, I say one of them because now I have kids, but back when I didn't have kids, like the most important day of my life. And, you know, a lot of families, maybe they don't talk to their mom, or maybe something happened and their sisters are fighting or whatever. And we try to like, not only do your hair and makeup, but we're there to like, just emotionally support you and give you what you need out of that day. And I find that like Glam to Go is so good at that. And all of our girls are so good at that, just making you feel comfortable and like we have your back. And I think that's
so true.
Important. And that's why people do book with us over maybe some other, you know, companies out there.
Yeah, it's very true. And that's why I think why I resonated with you guys so much from the beginning too, is like, I felt really comfortable talking with you both because that's what I want to do. You know, like I feel like that's so important when you're working in a service-based business, is to just be able to make people feel comfortable and get people excited about talking to you and referring you and hanging out with you. And then when they see the value as well and they see the quality of the work, it's like, oh, there's nowhere else to go. And that's absolutely what you guys have always put out there too.
Thank you. Yeah, we love that.
I have a hard-hitting question.
I think it's time.
Okay. Is there any like when the dynamic between the two of you as sisters working together, you know, do you ever get like, I want to like wring your neck or like?
Yeah, we're sisters and we're sisters, we're best friends, we're business partners. We see each other all the time. Definitely have our moments, but I think what we're getting good at is like, we call each other out immediately, fix the problem, talk our feelings, and then like we kiss and make up and we're on to like the next thing. Because we don't have time for any bullshit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
We are very close. Raquel and I are very close, which is really nice.
Yeah.
But like, she went away for 2 days and I was like, I miss you.
I was like, you see, grit. She was like, whatever.
And she just got married, so she has like no time for me anymore.
Congratulations.
Every day I see her. We live 5 minutes away. But yeah, we're really good. It's nice to hear some of our newer girls say that they were concerned about how the dynamic would be with the bosses being sisters and that they don't see any issues.
That's awesome.
It means we hide it a little and we keep it professional when we have to. And like, we might like give each other an eye and then we take care of it later. But we really try to nip it in the bud. I
never know.
What is it, Sydney?
Either one works. I feel like they both make sense.
Yeah. Anyways. Or we'll do it the next day, right? We'll sleep on it and be angry or whatever and talk about it. And then we get over it. And I mean, we used to have, I'm talking like literally 6 years ago, like battles, but it was hard. We were in, we were in it, like trying to start it, trying to do it. She was having babies, you know, it was just tough. But now we have such a great swing. We have two different personalities, we're very similar, but in the Glam to Go world, our employees would tell you that we're different style bosses. And I think it's a good thing. We like meet where we lack, you know, she comes in, same thing with me. It just works. So that's where I'm so happy and grateful we have each other.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so much fun.
Love it. Absolutely love it. That's fantastic.
All right. So we'll dive into the financial stuff now. So what do you two feel like is the biggest mistake that you ever made while you were growing your business or trying to navigate your finances? What was the biggest blunder or mistake?
Or learning experience.
Learning experience. That's a good way to put it.
Thinking that we had to do all of it was a huge mistake. Not a mistake, but we learned from it that we can't do it all. And delegating things to assistants, to growing the team to other artists that are very talented has been key in the growth of Glam to Go. But in the beginning, not understanding that like we don't have to do everything, that there's know your worth that can do the bookkeeping that would literally, I would cry over because I didn't understand it.
Hated everybody does, right? But
finances is just like not my thing in college. All of those classes were like not good for me. But like going back and then doing like I remember I'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what this is. Our accountant, would call me and he'd laugh at me. And it was like when he called me, still when he calls me, I like cry, but it's like PTSD. But I'd be like, I don't know. And he's like, well, what is this? I'm like, I don't know. And I still sometimes call to Sydney. But having people that know their part, it's just like someone asking to do their makeup a certain way or doing their professional bridal makeup and they're not knowing as much as I know. They hire me. That's why they hire us. It's the same thing. So learning that we have
stick to what you're good at.
Yeah. And that there are resources out there that you can use that make things easier. It's just,
and as you're growing your business and making, more money or putting your money back into your business, you're able to, take your funds and put them to things that we just don't at point blank. We don't want to do it. Right. Like we're not in the finances.
Oh, I hate it.
We hate it. So stick to what you're good at. And we outsource that. We're creatives.
Yeah.
We want to do what we love and grow the business creatively. And that's why we, reach out to Sydney to help us with all our bookkeeping to keep us on track so we can be creative.
Yeah.
In a smart way.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things, especially whenever you're trying to be lean when you're first starting. If you're not getting a big investment from somebody, you're building it from the ground up. You're starting it as a hobby. You're starting it as somebody asked you for a favor. You're starting it even with the business mindset, but you're not getting a massive investment. You're not, it's going to be your livelihood. You're thinking about it from a lean perspective. It's really hard to turn off that. You don't want to spend too much money, but you need to spend money. And then it's like, well, is this the right money to spend? Is this the right place to spend? Like, what's the most cost effective, like bang for my buck here? And it's a really tough decision. So like trusting your gut is huge with that too.
Especially, I know it was hard for me to let go of, so we have an assistant, Sam, who does all of the scheduling now. And that's what I did. I still do some, but I did all of it. And I couldn't imagine not doing it. And then I was like, well, then I'll have to pay someone to do it. That's just money that I could have. Why would I do that? And then I was like, I couldn't do it. I literally was spending 6 hours at night doing all of this after work and putting her and doing it. Now I don't have any time. I don't know how I did that before. And it's so worth it. Like,
that's being able to let go a little bit.
Yeah. Letting go of the reins a little.
Let go and training people, right? So it's like that hurdle of training and teaching them what is just embedded in your brain and that is so secondhand to you is really hard, but it pays off so much in the long run.
With the right people, I think.
With the right people, absolutely. That you just got to let go a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure I already love Kristen, but I'm sure having Kristen, Sydney, the best.
Life-changing.
The best. She's like, well, I'll do it.
Yeah, I 100%. Like Kristen is like my Adderall in human form. Like clearly, like the things that I'm like, God, I can't do that. God, I can't do that. I'm like, hey, Kristen.
My favorite thing I've ever done for Sydney is for a while, I would set my alarm for 9 a.m. and then I would text her, take your meds.
Yeah.
I would be driving my kids to preschool and my alarm would go off and I'd be like, we're going to message Sydney. And they would yell from the back seat, take your meds.
Yep. Take your Adderall.
I'm like, take your Adderall. Let's get this day going.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Such a, what?
I said, that's amazing.
Yeah. I just thought that like I couldn't even remember to do that. I could not remember to do it. I had no not no organizational, because I had a lot of organizational because I was managing so many things, but then the stuff that was going to help me, I couldn't do, so outsourcing some of that to just the even reminders of just like helping me with my life.
But I think when you're a business owner and you are juggling so many things, like you put yourself last every time because you're just like, I gotta service my clients. I have to service my employees. I have to be the best of the best for everybody else. And then you go to bed at night and you're like, what did I do for myself today?
Yeah.
So that's why you have me, Sid.
Oh, and I appreciate you more than anything. I mean,
I appreciate you, friend.
And I know whenever we kind of talked and like looking at the form that you guys had kind of like filled out for some of our questions and stuff, like hiring an assistant, I just think is such an incredible tool for you as a business owner. Is, one of the books that I have read in the past talks about outsourcing things. And if you can outsource things for like a fourth of what your hourly rate is, like 25% of your hourly rate, you shouldn't even hesitate. So if you're calculating out your hourly rate and it's coming out to be, $100 an hour, and you can outsource it for $25 an hour, which is a really good rate, but you as a business owner probably at a really hefty rate. Your time is so valuable. So if you can outsource it for 25%, and it's even less than that in certain cases, but at a minimum, 25%, it should just be like no brainer, get it off your plate. Like get it out there. Don't do it. It's not worth your time.
Was it hard for you to find people to trust? Like I know we talked about before we started your values as business owners. Was it hard to find people that fit?
Yes and no. We have a lot of our girls that work for us are recommended from somebody that we already hired. So they're already like-minded. Our assistant, Sam, she was one of our hairstylists, and she's a little younger, just driven, great personality, great morals, just an awesome person, and wants more and wanted more, but she didn't want to leave Glam to Go. She's like, pretty much like, I can't afford my life with just doing some hair every other weekend or whatever she was doing. And so we decided that she was the best pick for a position. And now, I was just talking to her last night. She's had a baby. And so life has been changing for her. And, I kind of let her know that things are just on the up and up, and we're just going to want more from her and expect more. And if she's up for the challenge, and she's like, Glam to Go for life, baby, like just amazing to hear. And she has this newborn, probably like, oh, what the heck am I doing? But she like still loves her job. And we do find these like great people. Every time we hire someone new that's amazing, I'm like, yes.
So I think we hire for personality,
1,000,000%.
and they're like what type of person they are, and
Morals.
then we can teach the skill.
Yep.
We can teach them how, Raquel can teach them makeup and do classes, and I can teach them hair. But I think what we look for in like our interview process, and when people come to us, like and DM us all the time, like we want to work for you, like we guard our girls and our family very tightly. So if you're not going to like fit in or mesh or
Be nice.
if you're not a nice person, like we can't. Because it affects the team, it affects us, it affects our brand that we've worked, Raquel and I have worked so hard for that we just can't afford to do that. So we hire for personality, and then the skill will come.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're pretty lucky. Like we've been very lucky.
It's awesome. That's awesome. It does. When you hire for personality, I agree with you. You can teach the skill. You can pay for the course, you can pay for the class, you can pay for the training. You can't pay for the personality.
Yeah.
Reliability is really clutch for Glam to Go. We can't, for travel and for the studio, but travel is like, you cannot miss a wedding.
Yeah.
You cannot.
Yeah.
So we've had rare instances, I can probably count on one hand, where someone does not come to a wedding. But overall, it's why we have a big team is because, okay, if there's an emergency, then somebody else can fill in. But it is like this is your wedding. That's what the girls know. This is not their wedding. This is your wedding. You cannot miss this. You cannot not show up. Hair and makeup can't not show up. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, getting back to, I mean, if anyone from hair and makeup's listening to this, I don't know what's going on in our industry, but people aren't getting back to their clients. They're ghosting them. And that's like terrible.
Wow.
Yeah. You're giving a sour taste of all hair and makeup
Well, they
artists.
think that it's going to happen with everybody. And it never will happen with Glam to Go ever.
Yeah.
So when someone begs me to be available, we like make it work. Cause I feel so bad for people that their hairstylist goes to them and their wedding's in a month.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's insane.
It's so crazy. I don't know. I don't know what happens
Really?
if people just decide they don't want to do it or whatever.
Crazy.
But yeah,
Happened
not
a ton last year too.
this year has happened even more. This year has been wild.
Wow. That's nuts. I mean, are you getting like a reason why? Or people just like
No, they're just
literally
they're literally ghosting them.
oh my God, that's horrible.
I mean, it's like kind
That's
of good for
horrible.
us, but because we never do that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Wow.
it's so crazy. So if you're in the industry, don't do that, and then you'll be successful.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So I have a fun question. So this is one of my favorite ones to talk about because it's kind of like the goal of the podcast is reaching our sexy money goals. So
Yes.
what is your sexy money goal right now?
Our sexy money goal. So Raquel and I would love to be able to buy a home in Florida, actually, right where Raquel got married, right?
Mm-hmm.
And be able to have it for our family and be able to just have like a home base and a vacation home and I don't know, do Glam to Go retreats there.
Oh yeah.
So that would be our sexy money goal.
Definitely.
That's awesome.
Vacation.
That's awesome. Yeah.
As I'm listening to my kids scream outside the store, I'm like, I need to go to a Florida home by myself. Like, can I climb out this window? I'm going to drop down into the bushes and just drive to the airport.
You don't need past
They're not that loud. It's just mom.
Oh my God. It sounds like they're being tortured. I'm sorry.
I can't hear them at all. So you're good.
Great. I'll drive to your house next week. We can just do it from there. Anyways, yeah, that's awesome. So how far away do you feel like you are from your sexy money goal?
I don't know, Sydney.
Sydney, how far are they from their sexy money goal?
Well, the business is doing great. So we just putting it into action. I guess it probably depends on, there's a lot of variables to the house. How close to the water do we want to be?
Very close.
There's a couple variables that we could look at. But yeah, I mean, we can plan it all out and, to go with that. Anybody else that's looking to plan their sexy money goal and to like get it, pen to paper, like make a budget for it. What's the purchase price of the house? What's the down payment? You can use it as an Airbnb so you can get rental income off for a little bit. You don't have to do it forever, but is that something you'd be interested in? And there's a lot of ways to get it faster than you think. So we can absolutely plan it.
Stay tuned. Next episode.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Oh, for me there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then we can have meetings there and it's a business expense.
God.
Love it.
I feel like you need your assistant for that.
I think I do need my assistant for
I
that.
think you do. I will carry your suitcase and your sunglasses.
Request the assistant.
You just carry my my vitamins and medicines, it's
Yeah,
like-
so just put them in your mouth like every couple hours. Oh God. Okay.
That's awesome. That is great. So do you guys have any recommendations or any advice that you would give to new business owners or not necessarily new, but just anybody that's looking for advice? What would be the advice you would give?
I would say to have
finance related.
But I would say to have courage. Have courage and go for it. I feel like maybe people get stuck and then quit. And if it's something that you love, I say it every time I'm at a wedding on a Saturday and they're like, don't you hate working Saturdays? I'm like, no, I've been doing it forever and I love it. I love what I do. So nope. I love being there. Most, if not all of our clients are so spectacular that it's so exciting. Like, I feel like I'm getting married. Like that's when I got married, I was like, I don't need the big thing because I do it every week. Because it was just, that's how I feel. I feel like we're a part of it. So
It's special.
yeah,
For sure.
go for it. I would just say go for it. If it's something that you really want, that you have passion for, that you love, go for it. That would be my advice.
Yeah.
And we still work our asses off. We still, every day, you know, we're going on a podcast. What the heck's this podcast about?
Yep. Yep. Love it.
Love it.
Keep
And
going.
we
Keep
know.
going. Do things. Go
You
to
know what I'm talking
everything.
about.
Go to every networking event. Say yes to things.
Say
Raquel
yes.
and I said yes to everything, and we did a ton of stuff. I mean, I don't
For
know if
free.
this is the best advice, but like for free.
Yeah.
Right? If it's an
No, it's-
opportunity and they're asking you to come, you do it. You make it work. And I think owning a business, like you have a lot of days where you're like, is it worth it? Like you have a lot of hard days, but you just got to go to sleep and wake up the next day and start fresh. And, you know, you're controlling your own destiny, which I think is like the most amazing thing that you can do in your life.
Destiny.
Oh my God.
I love it. Yes.
Right?
I love
Keep
it.
going.
It's true.
Yeah.
No, it's super true. I love what you said
Yes.
too.
Just laugh at all the things.
Yeah.
We do laugh a lot. It's like hysterical laughing, like where you cry a little bit and then you're just like, okay.
Makes it fun. I mean, that's what makes it all worth it. It really does.
Yeah.
If you can't find the joy in it and you can't be lit up by what you're doing, there are so many other things out there that you can.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can see that you guys really enjoy what you're doing. And thank you for taking more time out of your evening to be with us and to talk to
glad to
us
hang
and
out.
share your story. And it's awesome. I mean, we're really excited to have you guys on the podcast and
Well, thank
really
you for
excited to
having
work
us.
with you both. And truly, like it's such a joy. You can tell what you guys are doing is important to you and that your clients love it too. Love you guys. So do your service providers.
I just met you and I love you both.
You're so funny. I want to hang.
Oh, yeah, I'll come over. I will just sit with you and watch you put makeup on people because that's how I fall asleep at night. I get on Instagram and I watch people cut hair and do makeup and it makes me like calm.
There you go.
So that's super weird. Anyways, if people that are listening want to find you, where can they find you on Instagram?
So they can find us at __ glam to go _ And
Okay.
then for studio, it's at glam to go studio.
And the studio is a full service hair salon. So we didn't talk much about that, but we do any type of hair you want. We do waxing, we do brow laminations, we give the best shampoo
Massage.
and blow dry you'll ever have. You don't have to head spa. Come to Glam to Go and you'll get the best head massage of your life.
Sid, can we write that off?
Like, hold on. Yeah. Are you guys
Like my brain hurts. Can I go?
like tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I'll get a babysitter.
I don't have hot water at this house yet, so
Oh,
I
my.
need to come to
You need a scalp massage.
Come
I mean,
over.
I'll do it, but I feel like they would do it better.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. That is awesome.
Oh, I love you guys. That was so much fun. Thank you.
So much
Thank you
fun.
so much.
Thank you guys.
If you found a bit of inspiration in this episode for achieving your sexy money goals, click the subscribe button on your favorite podcast app or YouTube so that you never miss an episode.